Let's talk about this process. So first I start by translating my drawing through the grid system, but I don't want the grid to come through. So I'm just going to go ahead and erase that. So I'm getting my drawing established before I'm erasing any of the grid. If this were drawn with regular pencil, I would partially erase the drawing so that the line didn't show through the transparent watercolor. I did make those grid lines with a water-soluble pencil, so I could have just gone over it with water. The next step is putting in the blue underpainting wherever there are shadows. I'm painting from a portrait that was taken that was backlit, so a significant portion of the face will have blue on it. The blue paint as the underpainting will assist in creating temperature shifts throughout the face. I want you to work around the entirety of the page. You're not just going to focus on one part, get that right, and move on. You need to continually be working throughout the page. I'm also trying to show you how to use like different techniques, the bleed, the wash, and how to integrate them all together and build up the picture in layers. So I'm trying to just put down this sort of faint wash around the entire face, and I'm going to continue to build that up. So I have this cold underpainting. Some of it gets a little bit purple, some of it is more greenish, some of it's just blue. That doesn't really matter as long as it's established with wherever there are shadows. Not wherever it's dark, wherever there are shadows. Remember, there's a big difference. I'm going to build it up slowly. When you're painting in watercolor, it should be at the edge of your control. Too many people try to control it too much. So just let it do its work. You're gonna make mistakes. That's fine. Just go back and fix them. So you kind of want to paint in a very loose manner, and imagine that you're riding a bull. You don't want to let go so that you have some amount of control, but it's kind of beyond you what you can actually take care of. So just let the paint do its thing and hold on for the ride. Everything that I'm working on here is still a part of the underpainting layer. So I will build this watercolor up with many different layers. It's important to have some form of color or detail information at the bottom. I can sort of work against it or work on top of it, but basically I'm just putting down all the information that I'm going to be using as the foundation of the painting. It's really crucial that you put the right amount of pigment versus water on the brush. A lot of students, when they begin, they use way too much water or way too much paint, but basically you have to hit that sweet spot. I think that's the hardest thing to learn. But if you are just using a lot of water, then you're just going to overwork the paper. It's going to pill. You're not going to be able to build up layers. You really need to make sure that you're mixing a lot of pigment in where necessary. If you accidentally put in too much, you can always add some more water to sort of thin it down. But remember, it dries lighter. And I put in a background. It's a beautiful painting.